Yeah, well, we don't have control over that sort of issue like fixtures. What we have control over is our preparation for next week, and we've already spoken about that. Yeah, we're looking forward to the challenge that will be thrown at us next week.
John, you can only play who's in front of you, but wasn't it good enough preparation for a final side like Collingwood?
Was it?
Yeah,
well, that depends. If it depends on, you'd have to explain to me why it wasn't. We've played 22 games now this year. We've got a good number of games and got a good squad available and fit and ready to go. And our attitude is, regardless of where and when the game is and who we're playing, we'll go out there and perform at our best.
In terms of your pressure levels, though, was that as good as what you wanted to be in terms of...
Yeah, we're really pleased with the pressure we put on today, for sure.
Bit of a strange sort of party atmosphere tonight in the Mexican wave, and what would your message to the fans be? You're obviously getting pretty excited now ahead of the final.
Well, stay excited. Look forward to it. Now, it's hard work getting into the top four, so enjoy it.
What did you make of the Collingwood game last night? Were you surprised by the one-sided nature of it?
It's I've seen it over time where there's games where it's hard to explain why things happen, and what I've also seen is that you judge on what you know the norm is, and so last night wasn't the norm. We won't be putting too much emphasis on that at all. We're looking forward to the challenge of playing the best team in the competition next week.
Are they maybe a tad vulnerable at the moment? Thomas suspended.
Aaron. I don't really get too fussed about ins and outs. We've had Kerr out this year, we've had Darling out, we've had Nat Nui out, so they've had Heath Shaw out for weeks. They keep winning, so all those outside factors, well, we'll just field a team and Collingwood will field a team, and it'll be a great game.
What did you make of Butler and Darling's return?
Yeah, I'm really pleased with the way they both handled the game. Really pleased.
Ash Smith, we saw him subbed out quite early. Is everything okay there?
Not sure. So it was a tight hamstring. So we took him off, weighed up, whether we waited till half-time to make the call, but decided to make the change that if he was that tight that they wanted to check him at half-time, we thought we would just make the substitution then and not put him at that risk.
Does he need any scans?
He'll have to have scans, to work out if he has strained anything. At this stage, we're hopeful he hasn't, but the scans will tell us that.
So at this stage, not ruled out for next week, just a maybe? Sort of.
Yes.
Obviously, you took a different approach to a side like Hawthorn, who rested all their stars today. After the game, now you're confident in that approach?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. I mean, totally different situation to Hawthorn. So we made our decisions based on our situation.
Curry said at half-time is only 50-50 for next week. Are you surprised to hear that?
No, he would know better than me because he's the one out there running and knows how he feels. So if that's what he says, then hopefully we can do enough work to get him available.
Why is it taking a while to get up from a sore back? Is there anything more to it?
Well, he's got a very sore back, so put the word "very" in front. No, it's very stiff and sore, and he's had this type of injury before and played within a week. This time the stiffness hasn't gone out, so he's working pretty hard on that, obviously.
Given it's the final at the MCG against Collingwood, do you think that he'll be able to overcome it? Maybe if it was a regular match, he might.
Well, yeah, Daniel overcomes a lot. He pushes up and plays with a lot of issues and soreness in different times he has throughout his whole career. So I've got no doubt if he thinks he's right to play, he'll play, even if it means his back's still a bit sore.
How crucial is he to your chances of winning?
Well, yeah, I'm not sure how many games he's played this year. 14. So the other 9, what's that? 8.
Won most of them without him.
Yep. So that's really for people to make that decision, whether he plays or not. We're looking forward to going in with our 22.
Where's Matt Rosa at?
Going really well, yeah. So down to do training on Monday and step it up to put his hand up for selection next week.
So you're considering bringing him straight into the scene?
We'll consider it, yeah. We'll have to see how he's going, and there's obviously a lot to weigh up there. But, yeah, I've got a feeling that he'll be fit to play next week.
Just go.
Should be fit to play next week, but again, see how he travels.
John, did you do anything different tonight? You seem to have a lot more short kicks than normal, and you seem to be sort of exposing them with your gut running and things like that. Was that just tuning up for what you can expect for next week?
Partly there was things we did to just reinforce some of the things we've done at different times of the year, but we may not have done them for a few weeks. But the slippery conditions, there's a lot that to take into account about the way we wanted to use the ball.
Just back on Kerr, John, will you let him make the call or tell you if he thinks he's available to play, or will you make that decision?
That's one part of the process of a player being declared fit. Obviously, the medical staff are the key ones that have got to declare him fit to play and not put him at risk. He has to think he can play, and then the match committee have to decide to pick him or not. So there's a lot to go into that process. So for me, right at this stage, the number one thing is for him to train and prove his fitness to the medical staff.
You've taken a precautionary view in the home and away rounds. Do you stick with that with Daniel, even though it's a final?
I'm not sure what precautionary views we took. We have a process we go through with every injury. And I think we'll do the same this week. That won't be any different to what we've done throughout the year.
John, if you get a couple of those players back, potentially got a couple of pretty unlucky runs from tonight going out, how hard would that be after tonight?
It's as players who didn't play tonight that are disappointed that they're not in the team. So we've got a very, very healthy squad and a lot of them in very good form. So it's just the best position. It's the exact position we'd want to be in.
Did that pressure partly drive that performance tonight?
No, I would like to think that we prepare to play that way regardless of whether you... Well, I couldn't see any other reason why you wouldn't want to play at your best.
You must think to back up his game last week with another strong game. How important was that, and is he safe for next week after that?
I can't talk about selection for next week right at this stage, but really pleased he's one of those players that's in very good form.
John, did Darren Glass take a bit of a knock at him?
He did, yeah. And I don't think he even came off. I remember asking the question about getting him off to check him out, but I don't think we even needed to take him off, so he was fine.
Was he got crunched as usual? Is he okay?
Yeah, no, he's...
Besides Smith, no one out of tonight, that would be a worry.
No, everyone's pulled up really well.
John, why the choice of Andrew Gaff as the sell tonight?
Just to lighten his load a little bit. He's had a pretty big 7 or 8 weeks back in the side. It was just to give him a lighter run, but without giving him a whole week off.
John, you finished with a 17-5 record, exactly the same as what you did in 06, and with a better percentage actually than 06 as well. Can you make any comparisons between these two sides?
It's hard to, yeah. They're fairly different sides. So the comparison you could make is that they're both good enough to win 17 games.
Ebert spent a bit of time in the middle, particularly in that last quarter. Did you want to see what he could provide in that position heading into next week?
We know what he can provide. It was also a little bit about lightening Luke Shuey's load in that last quarter, so give Ebert a chance to get some runs through the midfield. So, yeah, we know what he can give, but it was more managing workloads and that sort of thing.
How do you sell as well? Was that partly about bracing for possibly no Kerr next week and trying to find another chance?
There's a few reasons around the way we wanted to use Adam tonight, but more in-house reasons.
Just on Scott Burns, are you comfortable for him to go to Adelaide sort of when he needs for any interviews?
I won't be comfortable for him to go there next Saturday, so we'll hold off on that one. And I don't think he'll need to go to Adelaide in the next few weeks. So
We've seen other clubs when coaches have been appointed during a final series sort of march them out straight away. Is it possible if he was confirmed you would keep him on here?
can't answer that.
John, are you expecting both Heath Shaw and Nick Maxwell to play next week?
It's just hard for me to answer that one as well. I suppose I can ask about expectations. If they were both fit, I would expect there would be a chance to come in. Yep.
Thank you.
No worries. Thanks, guys.